Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with the team. I'm here with Miss Pretty Carly, and I'm here with WD. WD Carly, how y'all doing on this wonderful Thursday night?
Amazing.
Great. I just got a question. What are we upset about today?
We definitely will get into that. And who that nation, I hope y'all are having a wonderful night. But tonight we have a special guest with us tonight. We want to welcome back host of the Who That Live podcast, Mr. T Word. T, how you doing, fam?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Thank y'all for having me once again. I appreciate the opportunity to come back and talk Saints football with y'all.
Okay, man. It's good to have you back. I'm definitely ready to get your insights on, what we have coming tonight. Who that nation? As you know, the recent news that has been going on with the Ramczyk extension, the Marcus Williams deadline just passed, and a few other things we want to hit on. So that's will be the center of discussion tonight. But before we get into that, since we have T Word in the building with us, I want to go back and get his thoughts. I want to start back with the NFL draft. I want to get your thoughts on our first round pick, or you can sum up the whole draft, but specifically the first round draft pick because
Okay.
we felt I felt that that pick was, I think we was kind of stacked it. I'm not gonna say stacked, but we had Davenport there. We picked up his option a few days before the draft, and then we got a D lineman. So I was kind of confused to why we done that. So what is your thoughts on that pick? And you can go into depth with other draft picks.
Okay, well, I'll probably just hit the top of the order, man. And to be honest, I thought the Turner pick was good, and here's why. We did lose a lot of D-line depth, even though I feel like we're good and we have top-end talent. I think that our depth took a hit. No more Brown, no more Rankins, you know what I mean? And even though those are interior guys, with the fact that Turner has played inside, he could go up 20, 25 pounds and kick inside, or he could stay lean and we could get faster up front, up the middle. So I thought that it was a good pick because one thing that we know about the Sean Payton era, he likes guys on defense that have versatility, and he likes guys in general who can be versatile and do a couple of different things. And I think Peyton Turner fits that mold of a Sean Payton prototype for that position. Davenport is a lot. He's tall and more of a lean guy. So obviously you're going to pretty much keep him outside. But Turner, you can either pair him with Davenport when Cam isn't playing well, Cam Jordan that is, or you can kick him inside and put him in there with Onyemata and make some good things happen. So I feel like I thought it was a good pick, and it's a good future pick. This is a year that we need to be calibrating for the future. And I think that this is a move that sets it up. That being said, when you look at Paulson Adebo, you look at Pete Werner, you look at Baker, it's Kawan, right? Baker, the receiver. You look at Ian Book, a great locker room guy that's going to be good depth to somebody. Maybe could be something in the future that fits with what Sean Payton likes to do. So overall, I thought the draft class was solid in terms of looking at the future, even though they may not do a whole lot for us this year. Specifically at Debo, I think he's a year out from being pro ready because he needs to get back out there and run around with the cleats on a little bit. But that's my opinion on the draft class overall.
Okay. And what's your thoughts? Well, you did hit on the point about Turner playing in the three technique. He played that his first 3 seasons, so they could go with it that route. So yeah, I can possibly see that. So let's go ahead to this Jameis and Taysom battle. That's been pretty much the headline the whole summer. So what's your thoughts on that?
The competition battle is in name only. In name only. It is there anybody, and not to insult anybody, but I'm gonna say this up front. Is there anybody that's been following Saints football over the last couple of seasons that will really believe that Taysom Hill has a legitimate chance to win the job from Jameis? If they decide to gift it to him, there's nothing I can say about that. But actually win the job, I feel like Jameis is lapping the field, as Mike Detillier said. He's the best quarterback on the roster from every point as far as quarterback skills. Now, if you want to throw in the X factor, okay, Taysom can run around, make a couple plays, probably fumble, but he can make a play with his legs. But in general, you have an actual quarterback on your roster who can attack every blade of grass on the field. He can. He's been working with the receivers. He's doing everything that's necessary to be the guy for Sean Payton. And one thing I trust about Sean Payton, he gets his quarterbacks ready to run his offense. They may not be able to go somewhere else to be successful, aka Teddy Bridgewater, but they can be successful with Sean because he helps them get to the position where they need to be. He helps them understand how to attack the defense and things like that. So in my opinion, I don't think it's an actual QB battle. I just think it's to keep Jameis sharp and make him work harder, which is going to make him a better player.
Okay. I want to welcome Uptown to the show. Uptown fam, it's been a minute, fam. How you been?
I've been okay, man. I'm gonna share something with y'all, man, a little bit later on. You understand? I'll let y'all know what's up.
Okay, well, it's good to have you on, fam.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man. I miss y'all.
Miss you too,
yeah.
Uptown.
So
We miss you
why
too,
you here? But
Man,
yeah, Uptown.
boy, praline candy tastes good.
Come on now.
I didn't
trying
mean
to
to
cook
disturb
over
them,
here
man.
and do
Continue
little
doing
something.
what you're doing, CB.
No, I was wanting to get your thoughts on the draft picks. You know, since it's been a minute. Yeah, I just want to get your thoughts on these draft picks. We just hitting back at them.
Our draft picks.
Yes.
I like most of them, bro. I had a chance to go look at some tape. You know, I looked at some tape, specifically the tape of most of the defensive backs. You know, I was liking what I see. I even was liking what I was seeing from the cat that we ended up cutting. You know, so I like some of their tape. You know, from most of them. And I hope that they work out. I was really tripping off with some of them defensive backs. I don't know if Who That for Life was looking at any of the tape, bro, but they had cats, man, catching one-handed interceptions and stuff like that.
And Debo.
You understand? And I was impressed with that because you know if those cats got that kind of ball skills, that might bode well, especially due to the fact that we got a new defensive backs coach, which I'm happy about. So I like they tape, CB. Most of them, I like they tape.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was definitely good to get your thoughts on that T word and Uptown. Okay, so we're going to get to the most recent stuff. We're going to start with the Ramczyk extension, and we all can pitch in on this. But we're going to start with the guest T word. T word, what is your thoughts on Ramczyk getting his extension?
Hey, I'm happy. Ram got the bag, man. I think he earned it. I think he deserves to be. I believe he's the highest paid right tackle at this point. So I think he's earned that. And the fact that he's been healthy, he's been like in the top 5 of his position since he was drafted. You got to pay a guy like that, and then you got to lock him up for an extended period of time, and that created more money for us to make some other moves elsewhere. So I thought it was a great move. He's done everything. He seems like a great team locker room guy, and that's somebody you want to keep around. He's great for the culture because he put his hard hat on, and he goes in there and does his job. So I could really appreciate that about him, and I think he deserves his bag.
Yes, sir. I agree 100% with that. I think that people forget that 2017 that had to be the best draft in Saints history, and that's my opinion. And with 2017, with these guys' contracts coming up, it was so many guys that you had to pay from 2017. And with Ramczyk, people have to remember that when he was a rookie, he was the first rookie to start because he ended up coming in for Teron Armstead at left tackle for the first 4 games. Then he ended up switching to right tackle to take over for Zach Street because Zach Street got injured. And he started every game that season. And the man has just progressed and gotten better year after year after year. So you want to talk about somebody that's actually put in the work, somebody who got there, put their nose into the playbook and memorized that book to the T and did his job. That was the best thing that came out of 2017, and he deserved that bag before the guys that are still waiting for theirs. So I'm so on board with this.
Say, bro, y'all know how I feel, man. Ram a dog.
Big dog.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? Ram a dog, bro. You understand? And as a matter of fact, I think, bro, probably this season and next season, Ram is going to solidify himself as the best tackle in the NFL.
Well, god dang, I can't even see nothing now.
You know what I'm saying? Ram's a dog. I mean, WD, you've been my dog since the day that we drafted him. That's my dog, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I'm glad that we locked him up. That's a player I really, really wanted us to lock up. In fact, I wanted to lock him up more than anybody else. You understand? So that was a good idea, good news, good everything when it came down to him. Ram is a dog, and don't discount the fact, bro, that eventually, right, Ram gonna end up on the left.
You think
Remember
so?
I said, bro? Yeah, Ram gonna end up on the left eventually, bro. You understand?
I got some thoughts on that.
I think he's a dog. I'm glad that we signed him. I'll let somebody else say what they have to say about him. Y'all know how I feel about Ram.
Go ahead, T-Word. You said you had some words. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got some thoughts on that. So up until maybe last year, I thought that he would be moved to left because I feel like we on a short time frame with Teron. Because even though he's one of the best that we've ever had at that position, that durability is an issue for me. So that being said, even though I think Ram could make that transition, we have a stalwart on the right side. I think at this point, the Saints have done a great job of drafting offensive linemen, especially on the edges. I would just go out there and just get another player and put him on the left instead and keep Ram right where he's at because he's super elite over there. And I just wouldn't want to go through that transition period. And then you also have to think about the interior of the line is kind of shaky right now because we still breaking in a couple guys. I would want to keep that continuity on that one side and keep him right there. And in a couple of years, I just think you could find somebody else to go play left tackle. So that's kind of my opinion. Like I said, up until maybe two seasons ago, I thought, yeah, he's eventually going to replace Teron, but I think they're going to find a different guy for that position.
Well, the reason why I said that is because recently, Mike, when he signed his extension, they asked him, about, do he envision himself eventually being a left tackle? And he said that he envisioned himself doing that, practically from the time that he was drafted. Because most teams that interviewed him during the interview process stated that they were thinking about putting him on the left. And the only reason why we didn't put him on the left is because we had a stalwart already in Teron Armstead. So that's the only reason why I mentioned that.
That's a good point, bro. That's a real good point. That's great information. You share something new with me, so good looking out, homie.
So that's why I say, don't be surprised. And plus, from some things that I recently heard, in terms of Teron Armstead and his contract, I won't be surprised that maybe in the next couple of years that we be, either moving on from him or something of that nature. You understand? So that's the only reason why I said that. Now, is he a stalwart at right tackle? In a perfect world, I would rather him stay where he's at. And then, we do what you said, get a left tackle. But sometimes, a lot of cats don't come in with that kind of ability, man, to take and come in and be a starter. You probably would need somebody, especially if, I ain't gonna say especially, but, you need somebody, man, to come in and protect you on quarterbacks, on blind side that have at least some type of experience on the line. At least that I would feel, I put it like this, I would feel safe that way. But what you got, CP?
But yeah, just a few words on him. I mean, definitely well deserved. This man has been making all pros. Having one of the top highest PFF grades at his position since year two. Year one he was up there too, but I know year two for sure. He was in all pro mentions. And ever since he just been balling. So you got to reward a guy like that. And I know we mentioned about Teron. We'll get into that on in a few minutes. But yeah, man, hell of a job by the organization by making sure they keep the line intact. At least the meat of the line. We'll see what happens with Teron. Whether they extend him or not. Durability is an issue. Um, but we'll see what they do with him. But yeah, far as Ramczyk, definitely well deserved. Congratulations. Okay, so WD, you good? You got anything?
Oh yeah, man. Well deserved. Best tackle in the game. I ain't saying it again. That's what he is.
I second that.
I'm saying it now. I ain't saying about the future. That's what he is. I don't care about the guy in Green Bay.
I second that. I second that because Ram my dog. So I second that. You heard me?
So before we move on to the next topic, I forgot to get in the chat and shout out everybody here. My apologies. So let's go ahead and go to the chat.
You want me to shout out? I'll do it for you, bro. If you want me to, bro.
Go ahead, old time.
Okay, we got my man Byron, USA, and I guess I said that right, huh? What's up? What's up, Junior? What's up, boy?
Jerry Poor.
Corey Andrews. What's up, Corey? I went to school with a cat named Corey. You heard me? Let me see who else we got here. That's about it. That's all I see here. Do you see anybody else? Oh,
yeah,
Picking and Flicking. What's up, Picking and Flicking? Who that? Not Picking and Flicking.
Right, and we get into the Sherman situation, in a few.
Oh yeah, bro. Now I really wish that we had somebody else on here so that we can get into that. Besides my man T Word here. You understand? Because I remember I had an interesting conversation lately with a very, very popular, Saints person on YouTube here about Richard Sherman. I just want to put that caveat in there, CB. So you do your thing, brother.
Oh, is that a shot? I'm a guess. I don't know everything over here, so.
yeah, say, bro, it was a shot. It was a shot.
Okay.
You understand? I try to tell cats, bro. I don't know why cats don't listen to the MOD. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying Uptown, the Minister of Defense of the Who Dat Nation.
Oh, shit.
You want to listen to the MOD. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes. Y'all should listen to the MOD.
Nah, but I mean we're getting into that, but something like this situation was unexpected. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. But let's go ahead and go to the next topic. Okay, okay, now that Ramczyk has been signed, we're gonna start with T Word. Now that Ramczyk has been signed, we have some other guys available. One, which is Marcus Williams. The deadline passed, but they was giving him offers, but I guess it wasn't enough for him. We have him, we have Marshawn, and we had Teron. Who is next for a payday? Who do you think is going to be next?
Well, at this point, so that franchise tag, he needed to negotiate a deal by today, right? Wasn't the 15th the deadline? I can't remember exactly. Okay, so Williams was my next choice. Williams was my next choice to get a contract just because I thought that it was a perfect time to get him a deal, and I think he deserves a deal as well. He's been consistent. In my opinion, he's made one mistake, glaring mistake, and he's had one bad season. 2018 was really bad. Other than that, he's improved every year. He improved his tackling. He did a lot of things he needed to do. So I thought he deserved a deal. With that said, you gotta go ahead and lock Lattimore up for all of the things that I have said negatively about Marshawn Lattimore. You still have to keep a corner like that in house. Now, because of the things that he's done that I don't agree with, as far as his approach to the game, and I find him to be lazy at times and stuff like that. That's just going to temper what you pay him. But I still feel like you need to be negotiating with him and try to get that deal and lock him up.
It amazes me, bro. Like, it amazes me sometimes when I hear Saints fans say that Marcus Williams only made one mistake ever.
Oh Lord.
One glaring mistake.
Hey, bro, look, we have to look at, man. Look, this man's career with the totality. You understand? Okay, last year he did have a good season, but was that because he was balling out because he knew it was a contract year? You understand what I'm saying? I'd be very weary of cats like that look like all of a sudden they ball out when they have a contract year. I don't like that. That is not really. That's not really trustworthy. You understand? And I think oftentimes it's fool's gold.
I think the reason why he was able to play his best is because of two great cornerbacks. And I'm not. And look, that's not to knock him down because I think he's a damn good free safety. You know, when he's good, he's good. When we know about the, when he was bad.
But when he's bad too, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, man, two cornerbacks on both sides.
Yep.
That's a plus for him.
Yep.
But in Williams' defense,
I think also was a plus for him because if you notice, right, he played well the last two seasons, and coincidentally, the last two seasons was the two seasons that we had my man here that we brought back. What's his name? Jenkins. Jenkins came back. You know, it's kind of funny that it seemed like his performance improved when Jenkins got in the building. Now, I don't know what Jenkins told him. I don't know if he hipped him to any kind of techniques or whatever. You understand what I'm saying, or whatever. But it seems funny that he seemed to play better when Jenkins came around too. WD.
Well, so, you dropped two things.
Hey, look, I kind of got something to say about that too.
Because I'm gonna give way to you. You home team, man. Go ahead.
Hey, look, man. Early in the season, both Jenkins and Marcus Williams was looking bad at the start of the season. That's all I'm saying. So, I mean, now look, Jenkins, good vet. He's teaching the guys and help coaching them up as well. But I do think it does play a part in what you said, Uptown, about it being contract year. But I'm just saying, man, I just think the fact that they had two great cornerbacks on both sides, man, I just think that was a huge plus for them. And I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think if you get another good number two cornerback, I could definitely see him excelling. But and look, when I'm saying great number two cornerback, when you look at all the past number two cornerbacks we've had some bad cornerbacks. We know about that. So I just think Janoris Jenkins was a huge jump from Eli Apple and Ken Crawley, and I'm not going to even go with the the other names and stuff, but yeah, I just think that's what it was, man.
Okay, well,
I believe you got to give Marcus Williams credit in this.
Yeah,
this dude was ranked the number 4 free safety since 2017 when he was drafted. He's number 4 in the league. That's not fool's gold. That's not luck. That's actual ability. So let me go back. I'm gonna be super brief though. 2017, he had a really great season. But they all did. That was more momentum. That was team. That was camaraderie. 2018 was a bad year for him. He missed a lot of tackles. He made a lot of bad plays, but not anything I felt like was anything out the ordinary for most safeties in the league that year. 2019, he improved a little bit, but he still had tackling issues. He was one of the worst with the missed tackles. 2020, he brought the hard hat. And it's like you said, WD, it's a couple of things, man. You had great cornerbacks. He also was in a contract year trying to get that bag. You had Malcolm Jenkins brought in, which was a great mentor. And if you think about it, he took the same career arc as Jenkins. He had a lot of same issues that Jenkins had, except he cleaned them up before the Saints got rid of him. Jenkins, they moved on from. But he had Von Bell the year before that, and Bell was playing for a contract, so he made his job a little easier too in 2019. So he played with two really good, strong safeties back to back, and it improved his play because he had less responsibility. If you watch tape on Marcus Williams, you'll see him make a play that a lot of safeties don't make because he come off his read and go try and pick up somebody else's read because they blew coverage. So if you watch the film, you'll see he made a lot of plays where it looked like he out of position. Really, he crossed the field to go make somebody else play and do somebody else's job. So in my opinion, I think he earned the right to get a nice contract, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't think there's too many safeties that got the range that he does. You know, you can probably see Patrick, maybe a Derwin James. He don't stay healthy, but I can't name too many other guys in the league right now. They got the range. Yeah, Fitzpatrick. That's what.
Yep, Minka. So it's a short list.
Before we move forward, I just want to.
Well, that goes to you too, man. What kind of talent that they have too, man. That safety too in the NFL.
We not about to move on without me giving my opinion on Marcus Williams.
No, we're not moving on. I meant before.
Let the first lady be heard.
No, before we had the next comment, I want to shout this Jen out. Shout out to you, Jen. I see you in the building. But we good. We keep going.
Shout out to R.D. Scott too. R.D. Scott, shout out.
Go ahead, Carla.
Go ahead, first lady.
Well, all I gotta say is no Marcus Williams slander is ever tolerated. Okay, we not gonna do that. Not with Marcus Williams. Y'all know that's my guy. I agree with everything T-Word said. He literally took all the words out of my mouth, so I can't say much. But I'm confused because they couldn't come up with an agreement to sign him. And they said that they offered him quite a bit, and I just want to know what the hell he looking for. A part of me wants to believe that he just have his agent doing his agent's job and he's not trying to get into the money thing. That's why he's paying an agent to do it. But another part of me is like, listen, bro, I think that you're one of the best in this league and you're not even in your prime yet. You're just 22, 23 years old. But at the same time, you can't be looking for too much, not at this position. But whatever the case may be, I want us to keep Marcus because y'all know after Ramczyk, Marcus was my next pick. Y'all know how big of a fan I am of Marshawn Lattimore. But guess who I'm a bigger fan of? Marcus Williams. So I hope we keep him. But after this, you go here.
I hear y'all, man. I remember Stephon Diggs. I remember him being ran over and stuff by Kittles.
Oh man, come on.
Understand what I'm saying? We can make bad. We can. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real, bro.
In this league that has made bad plays. But if you're gonna keep it real, you gotta keep it real as a whole because we're not saying that he's perfect. Hell, nobody's perfect. No, you can't find one perfect player in the NFL.
He's not perfect, and he's
Your
not even
dislike of him blurs the man's talent.
You understand? He should have took that contract.
Oh, he should have. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Marcus Williams. Yeah, his tackling struggles was a weird. That was his driving force of his negative side. You know, as far as his range and his ball skills,
literally the NFL gave him 2 awards for improving his tackling.
Let me say my thought. Look, his driving force has been his tackling on the negative side, but you know, as of late, you know, he improved on that, especially after the first 2 weeks. I believe after that Raiders game, you know, it started changing around. And yes, he did have some corners to compliment him, but, you know, he started getting gritty. And, he started making some good hits. His tackling, you know, got really better. And honestly, that was the only thing kind of holding him back, you know, as far as him being a decent tackler. So I don't. Well, from what I seen, you know, after week 2, you know, if he keeps that up, man, I mean, he definitely a top corner. But like Carly was saying, I don't know how much he was asking. I know this franchise tag is 10.5 or 10.6, so he was looking north of that, which I can kind of see that, you know, not over 15, but somewhere in between 11, 12. But I don't know what he was really asking for, but
It probably was a guaranteed
I
money,
don't
to
know
be
how to
honest.
get him, you know, no top safety money.
It
I
always
really
ends
don't
up
know.
being that, though, T-word. It always ends up being that. That
Yeah, it
always
probably was.
being the hanger.
Yeah, the guaranteed money usually, like the years usually is right, like 4 to 5 years is usually the guarantee. And he just wanted to get some security. And with the way the Saints do people with them backloaded contracts, to be honest, your agent got to go in there and play hardball and take a chance because you know you're not going to see most of the money in your contract if you sign a deal with the Saints. You know that because they're going to backload it to the point where they can get you off the books quick.
Yep.
That would be my concern.
Yep. What you got, CB?
Well, so okay, before we move on, I really didn't even say who I would give it to first. I'll just sum it up, Marcus. But I agree with T Word. I go with Lattimore, even though Lattimore, the way he talking, he gonna be wanting, you know, the big bucks. I don't think he needs that. I mean, I believe he deserve a big deal, but not in that Jalen Ramsey ballpark. And the way he was talking, that's
He's been the least consistent from the 2017 draft. Out of everyone that we consistent.
I'm mad at you cutting out because you saying something really interesting right now.
You can't be asking for top dollar.
No, say what you can. You repeat that? I don't know if she was cutting, anybody was cutting out for somebody. Was she cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah.
She was cutting out.
Repeat. You gotta repeat that. That was good.
From the 2017 draft that we had, even though this man went for our first pick, number 11, he was the least consistent one out of everybody that we drafted from 2017. So if he's looking for top dollar, he better wait till everybody else get theirs first because he should be the last one that should be getting the big contract if we're being completely honest. And y'all know I love Marshall Lattimore, but the man plays lazy. Every time I look at his Instagram, he's eating pepperoni pizza and drinking wine.
Well, you see, man, the way y'all feel about Williams is the way that I feel about Lattimore.
No.
You kind of cutting out there,
out of all of those guys. But
I think Lattimore is a fucking dog, man. I'm just being for real, man. He's just a dog to me. The way y'all feel about Williams is the way I feel about Lattimore. I think Lattimore I think he's a dog, man. I think what really held him back, and I'm gonna be honest, I think what really held back all our defensive backs was coaching.
Yep, agreed.
And I think that Chris Richard is going to be, you know, that he's going to be a difference, man. I never did really like Aaron Glenn as a defensive back coach. You understand what I'm saying? To be honest with you, and if you notice, every time when our defensive backs got beat, they always got beat with the same things, the same sloppy technique or whatever. You understand? Yep. You know, the same thing with everybody when everybody got beat back then. I think that, man, I love Lattimore, man. Lattimore is y'all know that. That's my dog too, man. You understand? I know he you know, sometimes he starts off slow. I don't know about him eating the pizza and stuff. You understand? I don't know too much about him, you know, eating pizzas, but man, that's my dog, man.
I think he's a dog when he lock in, but he approached the game from a talent standpoint, as in, I know I'm good, so I don't have to put in the work between games. It just seems like he don't really put the effort forward to develop his craft further. Like he just cool with being good coming in the door and not wanting to be great. And that's what separate the best from the average. And I feel like he don't separate himself from the average because you let like Allen Robinson cook you and then you turn around to lock up Mike Evans. That don't make sense to me. Neither one of them should be eating on you, but yet here it come. You let a guy like Gallup beat you up in Dallas, and then you go and lock up Ridley or somebody like that. So to me, that tells me that's your focus between games. You don't care about the little guys. You just want to show up when you face superstars. So to me, that's lazy approach. So to me, I don't want to pay a guy like that over somebody that I know bring their hard hat every day. But that's just how I see it. I'm stingy with the Saints' money sometimes.
But I think. Let me ask you this, keyword.
What'd you say?
Do you think that maybe his approach to the game had a lot to do with, it could have had a lot to do with his coaching, whoever was coaching him? You understand?
Yes.
I mean, that person probably could have gave him the motivation to approach the game in a different fashion than what he approaches the game at. And I think Chris Richard is probably going to, have a good influence on him. Because I think, in my opinion, I think that Lattimore has the tools to be the best cornerback in the league if he wants to. I think he does. I really do think he does.
I agree.
I could put him top 3, top 5.
You know what I'm saying? But I always thought, and CB and WD and Carly heard me say this before. I always thought that the defensive backs coach was suspect. I never did really care for the work that Aaron Glenn did, because what shows it, like I told y'all before, and I keep mentioning, the way our defensive backs get beat when they get beat, they always get beat the same way. It's telling me that somebody is teaching them, a certain technique. You understand? Whatever the technique is that they're teaching them is inappropriate. So I hope that Chris Richard would have an impact on his career, and on his desire and his approach to the game. And that's the next guy who I would be giving some money. What you got, CB?
Okay, well let's go ahead and move on into another topic. I believe yesterday or the day before, ESPN came out with some rankings. They put some respect on AK's name, so really won't discuss that. But Michael Thomas was a name that stood out. I know it's people's opinions and stuff, but still, I mean, if you know the game of football and you've been watching Michael Thomas play, you know that he's definitely not. He shouldn't be ranked number 8 on nobody's chart. So, what is y'all's thoughts on Michael Thomas being ranked number 8 after just being injured? I'm gonna start with the guest, T-Word. T-Word, what's your thoughts on that? Is it disrespectful?
Man, let me tell you, Michael Thomas is probably my favorite Saints player right now, besides DeMario Davis. And you can't take one season, a guy who has been just smashing records and all that stuff since he was drafted. You can't just say after one season where he was clearly injured, clearly had some personal things going on, and just degrade his ability like that. So I think it's truly disrespectful to rank Mike outside the top 5 unless you're saying based on 2020, this is where we're putting a player. Because if you're saying based on body of work, there's no way he's not in your top 5 or top 3 of active receivers right now. So anything outside that is disrespectful. That's just my opinion on it.
I agree with you, bro. But you know something, right? I'm gonna tell you something about T-Word. Y'all listening, right? I'm glad it happened. You understand what I'm saying? I'm glad it happened. That provides motivation for Michael Thomas. He's seeing these people, they playing it. They think that he's some kind of peon. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody know, man, with any sense in their mind, you understand, that he's a top 5 wide receiver. In fact, he should be number 1 or number 2. You understand? I mean, that whole thing is preposterous. It's just preposterous. And that's just classic Saint hate right there. That's what that is. Now, that's the only way that I can articulate that. That's the best way that I can articulate that. But in saying what I just said, with all that being said, right, I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it happened because, he one of the type of cats that he would use that as motivation.
He played with a big chip. You're right about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad it happened.
and expect more deep. Expect him to definitely eat the route tree up this year. I mean, that's the thing. I'm saying that's he gonna prove, you know, he can run the full route tree this year. But I don't understand. I never understood how people could say, you know, he's running one route, but couldn't nobody stop it. I mean, week after week, couldn't nobody stop, you know, the quote unquote slant routes or short intermediate routes he was running. What no DB stopping that. They didn't game plan for it, they couldn't hold it. So just imagine now that he's getting a full route tree. You know, he got a quarterback that's gonna be able to go to him deep. You know, it's gonna be all hell this year for him.
Bro, look, let me tell you something. I don't want to hear this about he won, you know, with one route or whatever. I mean, if he won one route, then why y'all can't stop it? I mean, you know, if that's the case. You understand? I mean, either he's very good at one of them one route, or you just can't stop him. Point blank, and that looks bad on either way you look at it. I don't want to hear this about he won one route. You understand? I mean, you know, we have specialties. You know, we have players that do this and do that and do this and do that. Most teams don't have that. And most teams ain't got the coach that we got either. So it is what it is. Stop him. If that's all he do, stop him. Right. Otherwise, be quiet. And you can't guard Mike.
At all.
So stop it.
All right. WD.
Oh shit! Look, I don't even be paying attention to ESPN rankings. So when I seen this on paper, when I seen you saying we was gonna talk about it, I was like, oh, they put him at 8. I mean, I'm really it's irrelevant. The list, the ranking, is irrelevant. It's irrelevant to me. I mean, it couldn't be any more relevant than hell. We talk about the top 100 players, all type of rankings. It don't matter to me. And we know who Mike is, and like Uptown said, we know Mike is on the ball, and like T-Word said, man, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. We know what's come. We know what's to come. You know.
Yeah,
so.
and we know you can't guard Mike.
They did us a favor, disrespecting him like that.
Yeah, I loved it. I love it.
That's a great take right there.
Keep doing that. ESPN don't like us no way. So
I can't say who is ESPN. What if I'm gonna say who is ESPN, man? But I'm just saying when it comes to lists, a list, like, come on, man. You know them people don't know what you're talking about, man.
Half of them don't watch the games.
Or watch up sports channel.
Half of them don't watch the games.
No, they don't watch them.
You're right. They go do some homework.
That's more true than what you think, T-Word.
Oh, for sure. I know they got somebody else that shoot them the notes and all that, and then they come out with these projections and prognostications and all that. But people like us, the true fans, are sitting here putting in the work and grinding. We watching the games, then we go back and watch the tape. We just one step away from being on the payroll, to be honest. You know, so we actually have that perspective on what's really happening with the organization and what these players really doing and compared to their peers. So, you know, you got to take those lists with a grain of salt sometimes.
Yep. Right. What you got, CB?
Okay, so let's see. Let's get on Xavien Howard first, and then we'll get on Richard Sherman. Xavien Howard, I believe he's unhappy with the contract. So basically, do y'all think we're gonna make the move on him? Do y'all think we make? I know. No. I believe we right at $6 million over the cap. So do you think
I want that to happen? But I don't think they're gonna do it.
Thank you. Should it happen? Yes. Will it? They're not gonna even turn their direction.
Yeah, man. Let's say, bro, I would like Woden. I like Woden. Yeah, bro. If you listen, Mickey, man, try and make that happen, dog.
Right.
I like Woden.
How many interceptions he had last year? What, 10?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Good.
That sounds really, really good.
I hate to talk about it because I knew it ain't gonna happen.
I know, bro.
Man, the only way we can make it happen, and it really ain't a bad move, and we just talked about him, Mike Thomas. The only way you can make that happen, because you got to clear the books and move talent, is trade Mike Thomas for Xavien Howard. That's the only way it works.
No.
Because it works numbers wise, but then offensively, I trust Sean enough to scheme the receivers that's left open and rely on AK a little bit more. So if you had to make a move and you really want your defense better, that's your only path. You got to move Mike. There's no other piece that makes sense in that scenario.
I don't like that scenario. You understand? Let me tell you why I don't like
it. None of us like it.
Let me tell you what, and I don't think that we should do that. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because like now, if we didn't have, and I ain't saying that we have no quote unquote insurance policy, behind it, whatever, right? But I do think that I like what I see in a young boy on the Debo. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't make a drastic move as to move such a valuable asset, like him. Judging that we just put in, a considerable investment in that position, as well. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think I would want to get rid of Mike to procure him. Now, if there's any kind of other way that we can get him, yes. But if that's what it takes, then no. I don't. No. You understand?
Oh, yeah, I definitely wouldn't do it. No. But I think that's the only collateral we have that would make it enticing enough without you having to give up several first-round picks. And then the other perspective on that is, if you know that you're probably not going to try to bring Lattimore back, then, yeah, you have him and Howard for one season, and then next year you let Lattimore walk, and you got your next guy locked up for the next few years, and you could grow from there. But that's just, that's just talk, really.
I like the idea of giving away draft picks, so I would give away a first-round draft pick for Xavien Howard.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I would. You understand? But I wouldn't give away Mike, though.
And this man had 10 picks last year. Am I mistaken? He had 10?
Can't think about any better replacement.
Yeah, man. Howard a dog.
I think it was 10. Yeah, it had to be 10.
Yeah, he a dog, bro.
I think it was 10. Shoot.
I see a lot of people saying no way that you trade away Mike. No, I mean, he wasn't that. That's not what T-Word was saying to do. I mean, he was saying, if you look at number-wise, that's the only way number-wise that it could work.
That dude had 10 interceptions last season in 2018, 7.
Yeah, man, Woody can play.
Yeah, he can play, for sure. I just didn't know he had that many interceptions that year too. That year we balled out.
Yeah, man. I say, if they can accept a first round draft pick for him, they should get something, at least you can get something. He's disgruntled. Listen up, Miami. Take this first round draft pick. You understand? He's disgruntled. He might make trouble in your locker room and all that.
Yeah, we'll see what happened with that situation. I just know, the Saints, they was, eager to trade up in the draft to go out the top 2 cornerbacks, in the class. So they really, that right there was saying that they really want a corner. They really want a corner. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, Debo might come out in training camp, and just shut shit down. So we just gotta wait and see. It's 2 weeks away. He might go out there and just, shut all that.
I like what I see from the young cat, though. I like what I see from him. I like his tape a lot, and I'm gonna be honest with you too. I like his confidence. He got some classic cornerback type confidence about himself. You know what I'm saying? That you find in good corners. I like my corners to be a little arrogant and cocky. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And he got that about him a little bit in him, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see I'm really eager to see what he brings to the table.
Have to.
But I wouldn't give away, I wouldn't, give away Mike for for Xavien Howard. But if y'all listening, Miami, we'll give y'all this first round pick. You know what I mean?
Ship him in a FedEx.
You can get rid of because Wody might become a headache for y'all. You understand?
Yeah.
He might,
Ain't no need for them to be keeping them bomb ass players. They gonna have a trash ass team overall. Let them people go somewhere where they can flourish.
yeah.
What did they move
Let them
Minka
people
for?
be of some assistance.
I mean, then come and put a fleur de lis on his helmet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he might get happy or something.
Let's be honest. All players want to go to a team where they're playoff calibers that can potentially go to a Super Bowl. He ain't gonna get that in Miami. He's too talented for Miami.
Yep. And you heard what Janoris say, bro. We first class over here. Y'all heard Janoris?
Y'all heard him. I heard him too.
You know what we do? You understand? Janoris told y'all, bro. We do it first class. We treat you good and all that stuff, bro.
Can I throw in?
You need to holler at Mickey. Y'all need to holler at Mickey.
Can I throw in something for y'all? A little piece of information I just checked on. So they let Minka Fitzpatrick go for a 2025, a first rounder, and let me see a fifth, a first, and the 6th round pick. That's all they gave to get Minka Fitzpatrick. I know we could give that away.
Yeah, I know. Hey, holler at Mickey, bro.
When he said that, I thought that was breaking news. I thought the Steelers that would do it. That's why I was like, oh, wait, what?
My bad.
I thought he just signed him and stuff, bro. Then this really would have got popping then. It would have got turned up in there.
Yeah.
But some T-word, we can give that up.
Yeah, he could be
had. Have all that.
He could be had for sure.
Y'all can have all that, bro. Come down here, man. Come mess with us, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Come holler at Mickey. You heard me? Holler at Mickey.
Right. Well, we got one more. We got one more topic we'll hit on. And we'll wrap this thing up. We'll start with the guest, T-word. What is your thoughts on the Richard Sherman situation? You can elaborate on the incident he had if you want to, but do you think this situation, well, just in general, do you think that we was going to go after him, and would he be a fit with us? And then with this situation occurring, how do you think this pans out for his NFL career in general? Do you think he gets a shot with us or anybody else?
He's definitely going to get another opportunity because, I mean, he is actually a really good locker room guy. And I believe that he's actually more of a mentor type than some other guys that we've brought in before, like Champ Bailey and stuff like that. I think somebody's going to give him an opportunity. But I don't know that the Saints are going to do it at this point because they have been trying to keep it kind of clean. And once you get a little dirt on you, they shy away from guys. So I don't know that he's going to get that opportunity. But up until this, I thought that the Saints were going to give him a look once they got to camp and kind of see what they have. And then that need kind of increases. And then they will go ahead and be like, all right, Richard, come on down. We got your old coach. Let's make something happen. I think maybe that ship has sailed for us. And maybe he'll just catch on somewhere else on a super low deal just to stay working and just to get his name back in good graces.
Okay. And you said you had the rollout, so we'll go ahead and get your final thoughts. First off, man, we want to appreciate you for coming on the show, fam. And for the new listeners that may not know about you, could you tell them about the podcast that you and JT are doing, and also tell them about the fitness process you got going on? So that's very important. Cool. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it Saints first and start with that, man. So me and my buddy JT, that's my young bro. We have a podcast that we typically just run during the football season. We take hiatus in the off season, but it's Who That Live podcast. It's on SoundCloud, and then it streams on Google and Apple. So you can catch, if you look up podcast Who That Live. We're on there during the season. We'll be back in August. We'll be back in August, basically through preseason and stuff, and run through the season. And we're going to be doing like a quarterly format, like every 4 games. We're going to do a show. So feel free to look us up or just look up T-Word, and you're going to find all my content from there. As far as fitness, man, I'm a personal trainer, and one of your co-hosts actually is in one of our programs that we have going on right now. Carly has been doing a great job. I want to give her a shout out. And I train
Thank
people
you.
virtually. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for participating too. But I train people virtually and in person. If you're in Central Texas, hit me up. Just go to Total Camo Fitness. It's right here on the shirt. Total Camo Fitness. I got a website, totalcamofitness.com. Check me out, man. I'm helping people. We got nutrition services and everything. So just tap in with me, and if I can help you, I'll be glad to do so. And we'll just keep that thing moving from there. As I say, get tapped in with T Word, man, and get body by T. I got you.
Okay. Carly, your response.
Shout out to
That
you.
is
Response, he getting you right,
that's
Carly.
facts.
Let him know.
That's facts. Oh, he getting me right. Let me tell you something. We're going into 5 weeks now. I've already lost 5 pounds, and I shedded 2 inches off my waist. So he gonna
Hey,
get you right, and he keep my curves where they at. I'm telling you,
yeah.
your girl got a little body on it right now, thanks to T Word. I mean, I ain't gonna show
Hey,
y'all because I don't need the pervs coming for me, but listen, y'all gotta get with your boy. He know what he doing. He know what he doing.
appreciate that. Thank you. Humbled and blessed.
Okay,
Who
so
that? Who
Well,
that keyword?
just
appreciate it.
remember, your physical fitness is, that's one of the main things to life. So, like he said, just tap in with him. Total Camo Fitness. Just go check him out. He does a lot of virtual stuff. So, if you
Yes,
can't
sir.
make it to the gym, or your schedule kind of conflicts you from going to the gym, you can go home and get on virtual, with him. So
You
go
won't
tap in,
regret it.
check him out.
Yes,
Health
sir.
is the number one thing, to live a good, healthy life. So, please go check them out. And T Word, man, we definitely appreciate you for coming on, fam. It's always a pleasure. You family to us. We definitely gonna tap back in with you, doing training camp closer to, the season. So once again, thank you, fam.
Love it, bro. Hey, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Hey, humbled and blessed. Y'all have a great night. Hey, who that? I'll see
Who
y'all
that,
next
man?
time.
Who
Who
that?
that?
Who that? Okay, so do y'all have any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Yes, I seen somebody in the comment section saying that they wanted some of the pecan candies. I actually restocked everything, and so there's some on the site. Just go on the site. They're actually on sale too, so they're not for full price. I got them on sale. Go get you some before they sell out. And with every purchase, y'all gonna get a free brownie that comes with it, and it's gonna be topped with praline toppings on it. So go get you some.
Get that, and it's good, man. It's really, really good. You understand?
Thank you, Uptown. Yes, happy you like
And that's about it, the only final words I have, man. I'm glad to be amongst the family, man. I miss y'all. You know what
it.
I'm
Miss you
saying?
too.
You know what I'm saying? But I tell y'all where I've been at, man. After we get off, I don't need everybody else. You understand? But I do want to share that with y'all.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, yo,
So
don't
when
forget
so when
to.
you go, so when it cut off, man, don't go nowhere. Okay?
Okay.
Just give me 1 minute of time.
All right,
All
WD.
right, y'all. Well,
Right,
I just,
WD got
I just want to say shout out to the chat, shout out to T Word. It's been a fun show. Love to laugh, man. But yeah, that's about it.
don't
okay.
forget to
Basically what
like,
everybody
comment,
said.
subscribe, turn on those post notifications where the bell is at so you guys do not miss a video from us. And go check out WD's latest Saints highlight video. Y'all know y'all want to.
Right.
Yep.
Definitely be sure to check that out. And once again, just thank everybody for tuning in. And we have some content coming for you guys. I know the film segments I've been doing, just been real busy, haven't been able to get to that. But like I said on the last show, the Match series will start back up. So I had a lot of listeners tuned into that. A lot of gamers. So for all the gamers, man, that's gonna start back up. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for WD. There's highlight videos. Carly got the good tasty dessert going in the store. In Uptown, he back with us, man. He about to get going with us. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. I forgot, Bob Rose from the Saints News Network will be a special guest for us next week. We will be on Wednesday night, 7 Central Time, 8 Eastern Time. So you guys make sure to mark your calendars. Y'all know who Bob Rose is. Very respectable guy, does his homework on the Saints. Writer for Canal Street, and he's also a host on the Saints News Network. So he will be our special guest next week. So if that's everything, this is the WDN Chatline podcast, and we are out. Who that?
Who that?
Who that?
For life.